What are you doing, hon?
I'm tired and I'm laying into beauty.
Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Blackpack Homestead. Today on the homestead I'm just going to be doing a little planting today. Got Marella in there looking through the seeds, seeing what she wants. I'm just going to be filling trays and plugging some seeds. Let's do it.
Alright, ready to sew?
Yeah, what have you chosen for us today?
Oh shoot, I didn't know you were filming. I'm just like, we'll sew over here in the sun. What are we gonna sew? I'm so torn because I need to sow tomato seeds, but that means I have to carry them in and out because it's not warm enough, obviously, to leave them out. We haven't even passed our last frost date yet, which is actually in about 2 weeks. But we don't usually plant our summer crops out till Mother's Day because for us, we get these crazy late freezes. We've been bitten the butt before, so we just wait till Mother's Day. That's a common thing around here in western North Carolina because these mountains, they're tricky. They're weather patterns. But yeah, so I'm gonna sow some peppers, start some peppers, some tomatoes. Chris is gonna do some artichokes and some asparagus, I think. So we're gonna see how much we can get started in that amount of trays. Yeah.
We're looking at about 5 trays.
Yeah, my half tray. Alright, Chris is down here and he is sticking some Swiss chard in some cells. Aren't you there, baby?
Yes, I am. I figured they'll do good this time of year because they're kind of a cold lover.
Yep, they are a spring
right now,
crop.
it's really beautiful outside. It's nice as long as that wind doesn't blow. We're okay.
Yep.
Well, it was really cold this.
I was freezing. After I go over to my sister's house and we kind of have like a little brunch watch party of Outlander every Sunday. And after I came back from her house, excuse me, I got the hiccups. I was frozen. So Chris was like, let's go start some seeds and make a video. I'm like, I gotta get warm. Gosh, hiccups. So I'm gonna set y'all down and we're gonna start planting seeds. I'm gonna start with 2 peppers, the little sweet tangerine pepper and a golden wonder bell pepper. These are for Hattie. She loves sweet peppers. Wave at me or something because I can't see. Okay, keep waving. Let's scoot down a little bit so I'm not right up in your face. Chris was making fun of me because I don't tend to mark my seeds very well, so I've made my 2 sticks for these. Not going to use labels. I'm going to use markers this year. So here's the California Wonder. Cute little seed packet, sow true seed. And let's plant. Now, a general rule of thumb is that you plant your seed about half as deep as it is big. So the smaller the seed, obviously the more shallow you're going to plant it. So these are tiny pepper seeds. They're not as tiny as tomato seeds, but they're little. Whoops. And I'm only going to do 2 cells because I don't need a lot of these. These are mainly for the baby to eat. And the mix that we're planting in is Pro Mix. It is a soilless mix, a seed starting thing. Now we've got the Tangerine Dream. Same thing, I'm gonna do 4 little cells. I was gonna do 2, but what if some don't germinate? Ah! Hey.
So we're gonna be tomato heavy this year?
I'm gonna try not to do as many, but you know how that goes.
We're a big fan of the tomatoes around here. We love to dehydrate them. It's a good method of keeping your tomatoes.
Love to eat them fresh.
Love to eat them fresh.
So does the baby, Hattie, our niece. She's 2.
She remembers all the stuff we plant and grow.
Oh yeah, she still goes to the garden right now and going, tomatoes, tomatoes.
Saving money, y'all, saving money. How fast can you plug?
Seriously. Next, I'm gonna do ground cherries. There they are, Aunt Molly's husk cherries. We'll probably have some volunteers, but as soon as I start counting on volunteers and I don't start any, then we won't have any volunteers. You know, that's the way it goes, folks. We counted on kale volunteers last fall, and we didn't get as many as we normally do, so now we're having to start some kale. What are you starting?
Asparagus.
Asparagus. 'Cause these seeds are so tiny, they package it in another tiny Ziploc bag. So these are tiny. Peppers and ground cherries are classically difficult to germinate, and it takes them a long time to germinate. So don't give up on them. If you sowed them and it's been 2 weeks, don't give up.
Y'all might want to start saving your seeds, guys.
For sure.
I think it's a wise decision to do. I mean, there's a reason there's seed banks out in
Yep.
North Pole. Yeah, pretty important.
Yeah, we save our seeds. We don't. I mean, we need to do better because we don't save. Uh-oh, I just dropped a ground cherry in there. Oh well, I'll have a ground cherry in there with that pepper for a minute because I ain't digging it out. I mean, we saved our kale seeds. I've saved
Lettuce. We've saved
lettuce seeds. We've saved sorghum seeds. We've saved a lot of seeds, but the seeds I really need to work on saving is tomato seeds because I'm not very good at it. I'm gonna just put them on a paper towel and let them dry. I'm gonna give up on the letting them soak in water for 3 days and create a giant gnat fest. Because every time I do it, it just turns into a gnat fest. Like, woohoo, water, fermenting tomato juices. Let's live here. So yeah, I'm just gonna take the pulpy part out and with the seeds and smear them across a paper towel and dry them on it.
That's a good strategy.
Because I've tried the other way unsuccessfully, and so we're just gonna do that this year. I mean, when you're dehydrating tomatoes and you're taking them off the trays, you'll pop tomato seeds across your yard. I had some coming up in my planters, you know, baby tomatoes at the end of the summer. It was not, they were never gonna make it. Where'd my pen go?
All right.
This is the San Marzano tomato. This will be my first year growing this paste tomato. I usually grow an Amish paste, but they haven't been doing too great for me. They haven't been getting elongated like they're supposed to. And so I'm not going to grow them this year. I'm going to try this San Marzano. I also love the Oxheart, the pink Oxheart paste tomato. They're great, but I just didn't have good luck with them last year, and I'm in the mood to try something new. So a lot of people have luck with these, so we're going to try out some San Marzano paste tomatoes this year. Brand new pack of seeds. Ooh, lovely, lovely. Does it have a certain way that it says open? I'm going to have scissors. Hang on. Alright, just regular looking tomato seeds, nothing exciting. Just got to move some of this perlite over. Make me a little divot. Alright, and that is the San Marzano. Just got to cover them up. Put the ones I didn't use back. And grab some washi tape. It's really good, you know, if you don't know what it is, it's used in scrapbooking. You can remove it and reuse it. It's pretty good. This is getting old, so I think the sticky's going on it. I've had this roll for a while. There you go, all sealed up with washi tape. So then we'll put our markers, San Marzano, after I cover them. We've got to just cover them up a little bit. Tiny seeds don't get covered up deep. Remember that, or they won't be able to come out. That's my seeds, and they sprout and grow. Lord bless my seeds.
Is there anybody else out there that prays over their seeds when they plant?
I hope so.
I hope so. I do.
I pray over them every time. Every time. Okay, so that's our San Marzano. Next, we're gonna do one of my favorite tomatoes. It's a pinky tomato, the mortgage lifter. Ever since the first time I planted this, it has done phenomenal for me. Great producer, big fruit. The big heart-shaped tomatoes you'll see come from these tomatoes, and they're yummy too. And we dehydrated a lot of them, and oh my goodness, they're so good. So that's our next one to plant. And get my sticks and write it down. My marker. But yeah, I sing to them, I pray over them. I was singing to the weeds I was pulling out the other day around the ramps.
Yeah, I like the ramps. Tell these folks what ramps are if they don't know.
Yeah, I had a question to ask about what ramps were. Ramps are wild onions, or like wild leeks.
More like a leek,
More
yeah.
like a leek, but the taste is like a cross between an onion and garlic. And they will give you the worst breath in the world if you eat them raw, especially. I mean, like when I was in school in our little tiny Appalachian school over here, kindergarten through 8th grade. If you had been to a ramp fest that weekend, because they happen in the spring, because that's when ramps come, and you had eaten ramps, or your family had been up in the mountains and dug ramps, and you ate ramps all weekend and then came to school on Monday, buddy, they kicked your butt out into the hall. They would not let you stay in the classroom because they give you some really bad breath. But as long as everybody around you have eaten them, you don't notice it. You really don't. But they're yummy.
It takes about 5 years to get a good ramp patch. And they generally grow at high elevations up in the mountains of Appalachia and all through Canada. And I guess it's a mountain folk thing, I think.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, so if you can ever, I don't know if they can grow them out toward the Rockies. That's pretty high elevation, but I don't know if they just live out there.
If they have the right environment,
Yeah.
because our mountains our mountains where we live, and is basically a temperate rainforest. You go up into the higher elevations, especially this time of year, and one of my favorite hikes is up to Douglas Falls, and it is always wet. And if you go up there after a rain, you're walking through water, ankle-deep water, to get to the falls. So we are really wet. And so I don't know if the Rockies would be wet enough. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the soil may be different, who knows?
That's what I'm saying.
But I don't think they grow in the Rockies. I just don't think they do. I'm thinking about doing artichokes. I think this pavement's warm enough that it'll...
Yeah. Yeah, he's doing like all the long-term things, the things that are going to come back, and seems like I'm doing all the annuals. So it works. We get it done, folks. We get it done. 2 seeds per cell pack, just in case one doesn't germinate. Hopefully the other one will. Just 4 cell packs, trying to cut back on the amount of tomatoes. I usually do like 6 of each one. So I've cut back by 2. And I don't know if I'm doing as many tomatoes this year. I haven't counted compared to last year. There we go, mortgage lifter. Woohoo! Cherokee purple. We have never ever had good luck with a purple tomato until last year. And we actually grew some mighty awesome Cherokee purples. Last year was the year of the Cherokee purple. So we're going to try it again. Hopefully it works out for us again. It's Chris's favorite tomato. So of course I'm way motivated to grow him his favorite tomato, but last year was the first year it actually worked. So I'm going to go again with that Cherokee purple.
$1.99 for 10 seeds.
What was that?
Artichokes.
And that's what we paid yesterday to get those seeds.
Yeah.
Fairy Moore's 10 artichoke seeds, $2. That's ridiculous. I'd like to find our old packet and see how much they were.
And how many's in there.
Yeah, I don't know where that is. One of the reasons I'm cutting back, though you wouldn't really be able to tell it, is because I can't eat as much anymore, you know, and Chris likes tomatoes, but he's not like tomato crazy like me. Like, it is my favorite. I couldn't imagine life without a tomato. It would be very difficult for me anyway. Covered up. Cherokee purple. Woohoo! Woohoo! Woo! Now we're on to the brandy ones. I do love a brandy one. I truly do. we're gonna do yellow brandy ones and red brandy ones. It's gonna be my only true red tomato this year. Oh, let me write it down. Don't get distracted.
This pack had 12 in it.
12? You got 2 extra seeds.
Yeah, I did.
Woohoo! Oh, I meant to talk to y'all about this little seed starting tray I've got. It's made by Burpee, and I got it at Tractor Supply. It's got silicone on the bottom so you can pop out your seedlings, and it's made out of like really sturdier plastic, so it's supposed to last, you know, as long as you put it up, take care of it, obviously, like anything. It's supposed to last, you know, so I'm hoping to see if it works good for us. They didn't have many when I got to Tractor Supply that day, so this is the only one I got, because the other ones were smaller, and I didn't really need one that small. I wanted ones like this size. They make them, they just were out of them. But it seems like they only get like one shipment of them in the spring, and then they don't get any more. Because I saw them last year on a YouTube channel, somebody was trying them out, and I was like, hey, that looks awesome. And went to go see if we had any at our Tractor Supply, and nope. So, but this year I got lucky and I saw him, so I thought I'd give it a go, because anything that's going to last more than one season, I mean, these trays right here are heavier duty. I got them at a local store called Fifth Season, and they're sturdier, but they're not hard plastic like these are with this silicone on the bottom so you can pop it out. So, you know, we'll see how it goes. You know, maybe next year you can try some if you make it to Tractor Supply quick enough. So, it's up to you, whatever you want. The summer seeds and herbs and stuff are in that cup that has Ziploc seeds with Ziploc bags in it. And this is the red brandy wine. So now we planted some parsley in the little recycle containers that had tomatoes or strawberries, lettuce, and we just sewed it in thick, sprinkled some dirt, patted it down, made sure it had contact, wrote parsley on here, and we have done the same thing with Genovese basil. And I've sewed it and sprinkled some of the soil on top, and now I'm tapping it to make sure all my little seeds are in good contact. And then you have a little greenhouse to grow your basil and your parsley in.
We recycle around these parts.
I try to reuse these things. They're great. I've used them for several years this way, and I love them.
Yeah, they work good.
To me the whole time.
Spinach. I know you can direct sow spinach, but I got plans to try and maybe keep these in a pot and baby them and see what happens. Some things grow better in pots. I know with lettuce, oftentimes they get bitter down below here. And in the front, we can move them all to the front, and they stay tender.
And they stay in the shade.
They stay in the shade. They stay cool. So there's you know, pros and cons to everything. This one here, I want to kind of have some fresh spinach and make sure I have some for sure. And that's my plan. I'm just going to plug away and put them in flower pots. What are you doing, hon?
I'm tired and I'm laying in the beauty.
Nice warmth.
Yeah, isn't it beautiful?
It is
all the
beautiful.
Yellow dandelions and purple violets.
Yeah, look at them all. They're all over. It's like people cultivate for that kind of stuff.
Gee, you wonder who those people were.
Pretty smart folk.
Yeah.
Beautiful and functional.
Edible.
Maybe we'll make some dandelion wine.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Well, y'all, I'm wore out. Chris is going to sow a few more seeds, and I'm going to go in and rest.
Alright, so tell the nice people goodbye.
But I did want to show the nice people one more thing. This is what the little seed tray thing looked like. It's 36 cell pop out reusable seed starting tray. And I really like it. See how it shows the durable, flexible silicone cells so you can pop them out. So, you know, stay tuned. We'll see how they work. I'm pretty excited about it. If I could get a bunch of these, it'd be even better.
Yeah.
But maybe I can order them straight from Burpee.
Or maybe Burpee will see this and send you some. That'd be nice.
That would be awesome, Burpee. You want to sponsor us? Send me some stuff.
That'd be cool, that.
Right.
I want to sit in the beauty too.
Oh, I love the beauty. It feels good in the sun and all the beautiful flowers.
It is nice and warm here too.
Yeah.
Warm in the front. When you get in that wind, it's cold, but all right. So you're about gassed out. I'm gonna keep going. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Blackpack Homestead. Hopefully the stuff will be going down into this garden here soon, and we get to share that with you.
Yeah.
Until next time at the Blackpack Homestead. God bless and bye-bye.
Love you guys. Bye.